Basement Bookers Podcast.
And another thing. What's up? It's your boy. Welcome to the Basement Bookers Podcast. It's me, BasementJer, your least favorite uncle at Thanksgiving / Christmas / whatever holiday you worship. And RichTheRiz, the most rizzest, baldest man, probably your favorite uncle to talk to at, he if there's a fence, he's on it. Don't worry about it. He'll be right there.
I probably am.
Excellent. Excellent. But we're not sitting on the fence about wrestling. We're not sitting on the fence about this Survivor Series WarGames, which I'm going to go out the gate and say probably one of the most boring Survivor Series that's ever been witnessed to. And yeah, it's probably controversial. It's a controversial opinion. There was there's highlights, but I'm saying overall, it wasn't great, and I kind of missed the old Survivor Series format. RichTheRiz.
Yeah, the old traditional, like before they had to call the traditional Survivor Series elimination match. It was just a Survivor Series match. That's what it was called. It was elimination. It was typically 5-on-5. Occasionally you had your 4-on-4, but it was typically 5-on-5. And before this past Friday, I'm still pretty sure that the last one we had was the one where Lana was last woman standing.
Well, on a official Survivor Series, but we had there was the bloodline. I mean, the solo MFTs versus whoever Sammy can throw together in a team. Where
that was this past Friday.
Was it the sole survivor? Solo survivor. But let's talk news first for all you nerds out there. Breaking is that the TNA is proud to announce its flagship show to AMC TV. So not only can you watch whatever's on AMC, you can watch Impact Live every week on AMC starting January 15th. That's next year. It's a long time from now, a month and a few days from now, from 9 to 11 on AMC. And Rich says there's rumor that this is the end of the partnership between NXT and TNA.
Yep, that was a rumor I had seen. I was not able to corroborate it. If that's the case, obviously they got to get the TNA Knockouts Championship off of Kalani Jordan before that point. And as far as the future, like NXT is going to keep doing what it's doing. I hope this is fruitful for TNA because competition is good. And much as we've joked about WWE just buying them already, much of I've joked at least, I would like to see them thrive, see them be a viable third brand. Are they still or again doing the 6-sided ring? It's been a while.
I don't watch that shit. I don't know.
Damn it.
It looks like a normal ring to me.
All right.
I think they haven't done the 6-sided ring in ages. I think it's been a regular. I don't think they're gonna let NXT wrestlers wrestle in some goofy ass weird ring. Like it's
Yeah, a lot of the guys that have talked about have been there just briefly, like coming and going. They said that the 6-sided ring, it's different, it's harder, and like obviously working the ropes, whether it's hitting the ropes back and forth or jumping off the rope, it's different. So anytime you have something different like that in a very physical activity like wrestling, where there's so much muscle memory involved, you're just kind of asking for something to go wrong at some point. So I'm glad they're doing just a 4-sided ring. But what they need to do is they need to really establish what they are as a company, as a brand. Like, are they still doing this resurrection stuff where characters can die and then be resurrected? We don't know because we don't watch. I'm not actually asking you. Just Throwing it out
Wait,
there. If you know,
what? People die in TNA?
yeah,
What the? You
that was
can't
a few
do
years.
that. That's not wrestling.
They were doing
Are you
it. It was
serious?
yeah,
Oh my God. We might have talked about this a long time ago.
we
I don't
did.
remember
We
this.
have
This
we
is
absolutely did.
ridiculous.
We absolutely did. And if I were a me from another dimension, I would tell you what episode number it was. But nope, this one has no memory cells.
I was about to say, hey, maybe I'll give TNA a shot, but I don't know about all that. I guess we'll wait until January 15th. What day is that? Is there a day?
Probably, I think it's a Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday. What do I do on Thursday?
Sometimes we typically
Oh,
either game
sometimes we do this
or do this.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I might not be able to fit that in, but I can.
Yeah.
I think. Do I have AMC? I have a DVR that I can use.
There you go.
I could use the old Tim TiVo. All right.
There
I
you
don't
go.
have TiVo. I have a regular
Hey-o.
DVR. All right. Let's. Was there any other news to report before we talk about the Mid Survivor Series?
Nope. It's Mid Survivor Series time, I guess.
All right. Man, I wish Hulk Hogan was here. Why couldn't we get him on the show? All right, first match to talk about because it's on the card thing, the overlays. Shortest match on the card, nothing to write home about. We still have Stephanie Vacare, which you wouldn't think she was the women's world heavyweight champion because she's not featured in their stupid little promo for WrestleMania. So I guess maybe she's not factored in to the equation for main events, it looks like. So, way to spoil Royal Rumble or something.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Well, what do you make of the match that she was in? I think for me, it was, controlling the pace. Any slowness is Nicole Bella. She's, she can't hang, but, physically she looks better than she looked before somehow. But I think wrestling wise, I don't know if it's because she's in there with someone like Stephanie Vacare, who's the world heavyweight champion. Maybe she needs to wrestle somebody more her speed, maybe like a Maxine. But maybe that's not even true anymore because Maxine is in a dungeon somewhere.
Not
I don't
defending her
really
title,
have.
apparently.
Well, soon. I don't have anything really to say about this match other than the right person won, and thank God for that.
I agree all down the line there. If you're out of wrestling the longer you're out of wrestling, the more difficult it is to find your footing again. And I think we're seeing that. I'm not saying she was bad. There just was a noticeable difference in their pacing. So, hoping Nikki Bella can pick it up because she's going to be around for a while. Signed a multi-year deal.
She could have been wrestling the whole time, and it still would have been the same. All right, let me tell you something. That's what I think, and feel free to comment below about how much you love Nikki Bella. I think she's fine. I just don't think she's, world heavyweight champion. Maybe SmackDown would be fine for you. Maybe like the United States Championship picture. That sounds nice.
Maybe.
All right, in no particular order, regular match here. This was a bit of a lot. Some people didn't like this match. I thought the result, was fine. I don't think John Cena needs to be the Intercontinental Champion going in against Gunter. There's a false injury. There's Raquel Rodriguez doing the Diesel on John Cena. John Cena pop boxing himself with the aid of Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez helping John Cena get his rocks off there. And then, or the opposite, whatever. I don't know how it works. And, I don't have it ready, but Liv Morgan came back like I said she would twice.
Twice.
They kind of buried the lead there a little bit because she was in the promotional material for the WrestleMania ladies table, which didn't include the women's world heavyweight champion. I repeat myself.
It's worth repeating because that's kind of a big thing. You're telling us she's probably not going to be in the world title picture in 3 months,
Or
which is kind
even
of
on
crazy.
WrestleMania.
Right.
They could always, there could probably be, just add her. This table could just keep getting bigger and bigger. But, and look, just a comment here, just a little bit. Like, Charlotte Flair always looks the best in these situations. Like, she looks way better in that WrestleMania 2 promo than any wrestling match ever, really. Like, she looks amazing. And I don't know. I'll probably put the picture up here later. I don't know what the hell, who dresses Becky Lynch, but like, you got like, what, it's like she got like the pockets off 1990s Cable's belt and decided to wear it on her top. Like, do you even keep, if you could pull your phone out of there, all right, fine, you're being practical, but it's just so stupid looking. Like, all these other ladies, they look really classy. Jade and Liv and Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, like, they look incredible. And then you got Becky Lynch, who I love. Why are you doing that? You're not in a wrestling ring. You don't have to look like a silly person. Got to be careful there. What are you doing, man? Like, come on. Anyway,
The way I see it, that's her thing. She dresses a little outlandishly. Her and Seth. That's just what they do.
You should be classing up the joint. Everybody else in there looks fantastic. I know you have dress sense. I've seen you at the Hall of Fame. Like,
seen you at the Hall of Fame.
Oh my god. Anyway, but I digress. You know what? I actually have the picture up. I gotta show people what I'm talking about.
Refresh my memory.
I'm gonna refresh your memory right now. All right. First, I'm going to stop stalling for time and just cut this part out. Okay. Look at this. First of all, Tiffany Stratton, no belt. No belt. She's there. Io, no belt. She's there. Rhea, she's the biggest star there. I can't really, like, her and Becky and Jade, they belong there. All right? But you could, this one doesn't have Liv in it, but Liv does get added. We did see it during the show. You'd have to zoom in close for Becky Pockets over here, but it's there. Like, you could see the top flap on her little pouch bra that she's wearing. Everything else is kind of fine, but look at Charlotte Flair. She looks fine as hell. Rhea, fine as hell. I mean, Jade looks like they messed up her order.
She's like, this is my heel face.
Yeah. Io's like, they might have. I've had a lot to drink, but please keep it coming. And but yeah, so you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on.
They could have done better. Like, she was clearly going for classy yet still a little outlandish, but
yeah, Rhea's got her personality in there. She's got like studs in her freaking stuff. Like, she's not losing her thing. Jade's all iced out. She could definitely win with that freaking giant cross on her neck. But yeah, what'd you think of Dominik Mysterio beating John Cena, aside from your own personal L that you took at Survivor Series.
I'm okay with that L because first off, that was my original pick. I changed it just so we'd have a difference. Um, I think the way everything played out was so well done, so well, so well planned out, and so well executed. The the fake injury by Dom on the outside, uh, Raquel and Roxy getting their stuff in on Dom behind the ref's back while Dom.
On John Cena?
Yeah.
You said they get their stuff in on Dom.
So I'm on Cena. Sorry.
He's in two places at
Well,
once.
well, that was later. Anyway, Dom doing
You
the
think they have an arrangement?
listen headcanon. I think it was really well done. The Liv reveal coming out, the slap to Dom, jumping on Cena. He's like, if you saw that angle, and then the punt seen around the world. He keeps getting kicked in the nuts, doesn't he?
Yeah, they just loved. Like Triple H
was
is so jealous of John Cena, the humiliation ritual continues.
Mhm.
No wonder he's retiring.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And then Dom with the 619 and the splash, I think too.
Yeah.
Very well done. And then we had the follow up on Raw, Liv expressing her interest in the women's championship.
Yeah, great. We're gonna have. I'm sick of the Judgment Day. I'm so sick of them. They're cockroaches. They just survive and survive. When she was gone,
street trash.
Worse than street trash, street cockroaches. You know, I can't stand them. Maybe this will be something. But talking about you run Raw, then what does the Vision do? You know what I mean? Like this is the problem I got with this. It's like, why aren't they beating the shit out? Why aren't they beating the shit out of them? Why aren't the Vision taking care of that?
How many heel factions are actually running Raw? And
That's
why
what I'm
aren't
saying.
they mad at each other?
That's why I like when Chelsea Green got her ass kicked by Jade Cargill. She's over here talking all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got dealt with. You know, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Listen,
words have consequences.
Yeah, okay, fine. We'll cover this Judgment Day shit. So basically, the intentions are made at the end with this tag team match, which I knew was going to devolve into chaos. And apparently, it's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. They're officially the tag team. Liv gave the blessing. We know what Liv wants. And also what Liv wants is Finn Balor out of Judgment Day. Because she's on to him. She's on to him. And right now is real quiet. But something's going to change.
I think they take this storyline to Mania. And it's after Mania that, or maybe before, maybe after Rumble, or whatever they have in between, that Finn gets the boot. Probably Finn and JD.
I think Finn Balor eliminates Dominik Mysterio or something from the Royal Rumble. Could do that. Or Dom eliminates him from the Royal Rumble and he doesn't like that. And then JD also turns on Balor, and then Balor turns face somehow.
Interesting.
Like he's ostracized from the group.
I could see Dom eliminating Finn, and then afterwards, when Finn's upset, you know, because the plan was we'd all get to the end, and then one of us guaranteed to win, but maybe Dom will win. I don't think they would do that. Would they do that?
I don't think so. I think the plan. Well, we could talk about that for a Survivor Series, but the WarGames part. That doesn't look like where they're headed, but you know, plans could change. Maybe he could. I don't know. Maybe next year I'd give it to him.
Yeah. What I was thinking would work if Dom won, because then Liv would say, "Listen, it doesn't matter. Dom won. One of us won, so great." And Finn should shut up because one of them won.
The reason I say that is because he wasn't at the poker table. I feel like the people at the poker table for the men's, that's your main events. Like whatever mixes in there, that's your main events.
Mm.
Who knows? You could do Dominik Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. He could be in a match with him. Just trying to think, like, he's obviously going to be factored into WrestleMania somehow. Otherwise, why would he be at the table? That's a promo for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Let's not get too deep into the weeds here. Let's talk about the women's War Games match. Oh my God! All right. So the baby faces won. Becky tapped. Becky says she didn't tap. She's denying the results of the match, which is interesting. I've never heard that gimmick ever happen before anywhere in real life at all. But she's denying it. Io Sky still did that stupid garbage scan spot, which I freaking hate.
Crash man.
And you should all hate it too, but you don't because you think Io Sky's going to call you. She's not. And look, it was cool the first time she did it. Now it's just, we got you, girl. Come on down. When in reality, she'd be like, like, just let her fall on her stupid trash can face. I'm not saying she has a trash can face. She's very pretty woman. I'm not saying
no, but she's wearing a trash can on her face. So
yeah, I didn't put it there. She put it
did.
there. Okay,
yeah.
she
even
put
had
the
her
damn
name on
thing
it
there. Yeah. It fell apart when the mist spot, which Lash Legend came out, and it's like, according to her reaction, even with the fabled "It's a Stadium," I don't think they featured her enough. To beforehand. I think she should have had more things going for her earlier. Like this match, it felt thrown together at the last minute to me. Which is, you don't have to have a women's War Games match just because there's a men's War Games match. I need this to be normalized. Okay?
The writer, if they want to do that, the writers have to back it up with a storyline that warrants a War Games match.
Yeah. Right? What's the main focus here? Is it Becky Lynch and AJ Lee who was added at the last minute to both of them? Is it about Rio, Io, and the Kabuki Warriors? Is it
that was the main thing, I think.
Basically, they just threw a bunch of feuds into the one match. You have Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and the new friends. Okay, it's them. Kabuki Warriors, Rio, boom, AJ, Becky. It's like, here you go, guys. Here's your War Games match because the men have one and the women have to have one too.
Yeah, there really should have been more build. And you know what? It would have made a little more sense if there was like one or two more tag matches in the weeks leading up to it between these two women teams, because obviously these 4 teams of women are all in line for tag title shots. They should have been in more feuds for that. And you know what? Make it an 8-woman War Games instead of 10. You have less time to have to put something together.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to shoehorn in AJ Lee and Becky Lynch.
How long are they holding this on for? When do they want to do AJ versus Becky? Is this WrestleMania this year? Is that what they're doing? Because they still haven't had a one-on-one match.
True.
They're holding this out for something.
They should really do it at the Rumble because it's been a while.
But they're going to be in the Rumble. You would think.
I would think. Man.
So they could fight there.
Mania.
I don't know who else is in line for Becky Lynch is going to have a match.
Yeah.
She has to. You know. All right, we're getting too far ahead, but the missed spot was bad with Lash Legend. You know, they were just it was just like the way they were just like holding, and it's like, guys, I know you're up to something here. And look, we all know what's going on here. We know the formula. But that doesn't mean that the magic trick has to be stupid looking. You know what I'm saying? When you saw the lady in half, I know you're not really sawing this lady in half. But there's an art to this kind of thing. If you're going to throw them into this cage and hype up how it's war. Oh, it's war. It's not World War II in there. It's paintball. It's not paintball. It's water balloon fight. It's not a water balloon fight. It's a goddamn pillow fight. That's what that shit was. There's no blood and guts. There were feathers everywhere. That's what that was. And AJ Lee just napping almost through the whole thing, man. Shit. Like, I'm like, where the hell is she? Yeah,
Charlotte spooning.
Look, I'm fine with that after hours, but if you're in here and wrestling with this stuff, I need a little help here, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna stop dunking all over it. It just wasn't great. I didn't like it.
I blame the writers.
I wanted to like it. It's not just writers; it's producers who put this match together.
If they had more matches together, like if Lash had gotten more reps with this talent, the chemistry would have been better. It would have come off better.
Yeah, and the spot where like both her and Nia Jax, who were they body pressing? What tiny person were they body pressing to throw across?
It was probably AJ Lee.
It's more impressive when it's a feat of strength when it's one person. Now when it's two people just sharing.
Right.
You know, is it how far they could throw her? Wasn't that far. It's not just me saying that. Everybody else is saying that. So, all right. Well, I think we could put the shovel down for the women's Survivor Series WarGames. You know, we don't want people getting the wrong idea.
Yeah, we didn't.
Let's pick it back up.
There we go.
Let's pick it back up. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm ready. That's connected. All right. Men's Survivor Series match. Team Lesnar, the Vision, versus CM Punk's team technically, but he's not in the front, which is, kind of weird. But then again, Cody is the WWE champion. Cody, the Usos, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Badass Braun Breaker, Logan Paul Heyman's out there, Bronson Reed.
So history, right? This was a history-making match. This is the first time ever in WWE that Brock Lesnar had any tag partners. And he had 4.
Well, he was in a WarGames match.
Right.
Didn't he tag with Kurt Angle at one point? He's tagged before. It's just been 10. It's been no. They said some like 20 years or something since he last tagged with somebody, and then we're like, wow, that's like an adult, somebody's adult life you know.
I'm
But
at
yeah,
my
he's got it
job
before.
about that long.
Look, we don't need
20
to
years in
talk about
February.
that.
No.
But yeah, congratulations, Showboat here. Showboat Ricky Steamboat over here. All right, so yes, Rich the Riz Steamboat. Willie.
Ayo.
All right. So yeah, look, Brock was great. People were like, "Oh, he stepped outside." The bell didn't ring yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do what you want. He can go out of the thing if he wants to.
Yeah, it doesn't officially start until the last entrant enters.
And Roman Reigns didn't enter because Brock Lesnar kicked the shit out of him, and
Right.
then he entered, and
Mm-hmm.
and which was fine because then he disabled him a little bit. Take a little bit of power off the tribal chief, make it a little bit fair. Let's talk about that doomsday device. Now, people who know professional wrestling, I've been going around the horn trying to find out what's going on here. It's like, do you have to think about height a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times when you do certain moves? And I don't think the height of Braun Breaker was taken into account, which, by the way, just like Braun Breaker said in his promo, this is on CM Punk. Um, he probably should have put more power into that lariat that he was doing to like really knock him,
Mm-hmm.
but he landed on his freaking head, and that could have ended his career. It could have injured him. It didn't. He was able to wrestle the whole match, pin CM Punk after the help from Austin Theory. That's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Theory. Um, which, by the way, it could be Theory that performed the act, but he could also just be a stand-in for whoever they want to make up is the one that did it.
Right. There's even an online theory that it was Zoe Stark.
It could be. It could be Zoe Stark for all I know. It could be. The Vision does need a woman in there, I guess. What? How are they going to deal with Becky Lynch, who hates Paul Heyman? He needs protection. I
He
don't know.
does.
Romans with the brass knuckles off of Logan Paul was cool. He got some receipts on Bronson Reed with that. Uh, the right team won. I did pick Division to win it. You gotta have them win instead of acting like they won on the day
Right.
after. So
Right. Right. That's key for storytelling. Because you shouldn't be, bragging and hooting and hollering, being all happy after losing.
yeah.
At best, you should be like neutral. Like, even if you got to kick the face's ass afterwards, be like, still lost the match.
And it's official in January on the season premiere probably of Raw. It will be Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's a good
I
night to do it.
don't think. Yeah.
That's the one at Barclays.
Yeah. I
That's
don't think he wins, by the way.
Braun?
Yeah. I don't. I guess let me correct myself. I don't think he walks out with the championship.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need more heat behind him. If they want him to be a heel, they got to have him do more heel stuff. He needs to stop, like, getting the crowd going, getting the crowd behind him. It's cool to be cool, but you're a heel. You need to get booed. Let them boo you. Let them
Well,
enjoy booing you.
it's hard to do that with that promo that everybody loves. Um,
About that promo. So it was probably one of his best promos yet. Yes, it wasn't a great promo. It was good. It was better than he's done. And you know what? I am happy with any kind of progress, especially in the promo department, because that ain't easy. It's
no, the
obviously not
hell it
easy.
ain't.
Right.
None
It's
of it
obviously
is.
not easy because a lot of wrestlers can't do it. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
Ricochet.
just saying. Yeah, that's why I'm just saying. Ha ha. Wait, don't we have the thing?
Man, you just gonna do the just.
ADHD.
You gotta be ready. You know, if you're gonna do that.
Where is he? Where
Oh
is
boy.
he?
Yeah, you ought to be ready, bro. You better have your finger on the trigger if you're gonna do something like that. It's okay,
So,
Pecos Bill.
like,
You'll get it.
that's why some guys go far in WWE and some guys they're doing great in TNA or they're doing great in AEW. You know, I see Osprey's a good promo, but like Ricochet.
Bruv.
Ricochet could absolutely be interconsequential, whatever, champ in AEW. Just don't give him a mic because they don't really like. They unless it's like the main event. They even so like there's not a lot of storylines over there.
Yeah, there isn't. But there probably is. We don't watch, so we really can't speak on that. But the last time we were there, they
Yeah,
weren't very consistent.
yeah. The last storyline they were trying to incorporate like the real life drama between Punk and the Bucks, and it's like, oh, this is the actual footage, with Jack Perry and
Yeah,
whatever.
that backfired. Nobody
Yeah.
really reacted positively to that. Um, and it's strange, I was listening because when I'm doing other things, I'll listen to YouTube, and something it came up with like all the shit CM Punk was talking about when he was on his way out.
Mhm.
Like how he talked, like just burying that doctor. He's like, "Oh, here's some. It's nothing. You work in Rumble. You can't. It's like, just help me, please. Just fix me." I forgot what exactly he said. It's like it was the miserable CM Punk days, and yeah, I don't know why I brought that up, but he's different now. He's going around, doomsday devising incorrectly. Uh, but at the end of the War Games match, Roman helped up CM Punk, and apparently they said Zebros to each other because they're in Zootopia too, but they're okay. And then Cody, he looked like he was, I don't know if it looked like he was going to help Cody up, but Cody got up on his own. And I don't know what, it looked like he was like almost getting in Roman's face or something. And Roman's like, I'm never tagging with you again. Know that. And just walks away from him. So it looks like we might be getting Roman Roads 3 this year. And probably Breaker CM Punk 2.
I
Maybe,
like
I don't
this.
know. So how does this happen? Is it that Roman just calls his shot? Does Roman win the Royal Rumble again? Does Roman win the Elimination Chamber? Like, how's this gonna work? Like, what would you
Maybe
do here?
maybe give Braun the Rumble.
So Braun Breaker wins the Royal Rumble. I would do it the opposite because last year John Cena won the Elimination Chamber and chose Cody, and Jay won the Rumble and chose Gunter. So
Hmm.
I say we flip it this year. Have Roman win the Rumble, and then because I think as much as it'd be a great way to show dominance for Breaker in the Rumble, but she could still win. It doesn't matter which one. I'm just saying what my preference is because you could always have Breaker eliminate Roman from the Royal Rumble, but you could have Braun Breaker show real dominance in an elimination chamber.
True. Like they did for Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. And again, with the elimination chamber, much like War Games, just because you have a men's elimination chamber match doesn't mean you have to have a women's elimination chamber match. I'm just saying. But I guess you do, because how are you going to pick the other title winner? Fine. I don't know.
Seriously. Let me...
What are you doing?
I'm looking. So if Roman, without looking, if Roman were to win 2026 Rumble, is that his second or third Rumble that he wins?
I think it might be his third. I could always check for you. But I wanted to ask you something about the Royal Rumble match. Do you have Jey Uso be eliminated by Roman Reigns, who's, Jey is on his, his arc now that he was BFT'd out of our freaking way. It is no longer him who will lose to Gunter to face John Cena in his final match. It is LA Knight who will face Gunter to lose so Gunter can beat up John Cena. What is your impression on that?
I'm glad that they are giving him storyline where he can further develop his character. This is
Royal Rumble wins one Royal Rumble win, by the way. He only has one.
Two. He won 29. Let me double check.
Not according to ChatGPT.
Oh wait, that says,
because he defended it. He tried to defend it in that one versus all thing, but he lost that one. Remember that one?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah, it'll be his second. Because we
first one he won with The Rock raising his hand, and everybody did not like that.
Right. I have it. Oh, we haven't seen like actual character development, at least in a positive way, for Jey Uso since the Bloodline breakup. Like after that, there was the split. He was tagging with Cody. They were tag champs. No personality change. Goes off on his own. It's just me, Uso, and we get yeeting, and that was not a positive character change.
Says who? You, Mr. Yeet, every time? Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm consistent. You're the one who's yeeting.
I have fun yeeting. I don't think
Thanks
it's
for
a
bringing
good
that
thing.
up. Mm-hmm. Thanks for bringing that up, because we almost forgot to talk about that dumb shit. In the middle of a War Games match, he decides to do... and then start doing his stupid yeeting. You got CM Punk on air guitar. It's like, you deserve to lose after that. Instead of pressing the advantage. Thank God for Brock Lesnar, man. Coming out there and turning that shit off.
Yeah, Brock wasn't going to stand for that shit. So, first, positive, progressive character development since the Bloodline. Yes, please, because he's been bland. He's been worse than bland. He's overhyped. What have you done for me lately? You won the world title from Gunter? Why?
Yeah, it's like...
why'd you even win the Rumble?
You're not physically impressive. Your moves are dime a dozen, like anybody can really do them. You know what I mean? Your spear's not great. You super kick partying. Probably a nice guy. Real nice guy, probably. Doesn't like being poked in public. Who does? Maybe now's the time to do something about this. Maybe turn him heel. Maybe he's the one who cost LA Knight his win against Gunter, which I don't think is necessary, by the way. And we had a great match between Gunter and Solo Sikoa. A lot of ball kicking, but you got to do what you got to do when people are trying to handle you.
Yep.
It was a great match. It wasn't Steamboat versus Savage, but I'd say it was like one of the best matches on Monday Night Raw. This is a match that had a tag team title match between AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, and the
Dragon
New
Styles.
Day, and the finish was amazing. Just like it was like a drop kick into the Styles Clash.
Yeah. So one of the guy, someone was hanging on the top rope. I think it was Kofi probably. Kofi's hanging across the top rope, head into the ring. Dragon Lee jumps off top turnbuckle, sort of like coup de grace to the back of the neck on him, and he bounces off the rope, and AJ catches him. I've never seen that before. And then
Never
right into the
seen that
Styles
before.
Clash.
Yeah, it was excellent. So tag team wrestling is still alive and well. They,
Yep.
of course, are going to be defending their titles again against the War Raiders, who haven't been seen since freaking April or something. I looked it up
Yep.
on the Monday Night Raw. Man. But does the yeeting stop? Was Monday Night Raw the final yeet?
Think not yet.
I don't think so either. I think they're too cowardly
Yeah.
to do. What do you make of the rumor that Andrew Schultz? Now you don't know, maybe you don't know the name, but he's that comedian that was involved in that ringside angle, I believe, with J.D. McDonough and
Okay.
Finn.
The little tussle.
Apparently, he's gonna be around more. I'm is TKO or the talent agency that partly owns TKO, like, do they represent this guy? Like, why is he here? You know what? I'm gonna ask around here.
So historically, going back to the first WrestleMania, the WWE has been known for crossovers, particularly into what they called at the time mainstream. You had the Rock and Wrestling connection. You had the Trump Towers, Donald Trump in the '80s, WrestleMania 9, I think 8 and 9. Um, Mr. T, Mike Tyson, baddest man
Oh,
alive,
he's Mike Tyson.
right? So everyone knew the name Mike Tyson in the '90s. Countless crossovers, and now
But he's Mike Tyson, right? Like, this guy's not an athlete. He's just a comedian podcaster guy.
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker is the GOAT.
Bob
They don't
Barker
even, he
is the
doesn't even
GOAT.
belong in the same sentence.
He hosted Raw. Didn't he kick Jericho in the nuts?
So he's still Bob Barker.
And I'm sure that got mainstream media attention, which is what they want.
He's
They
a
want
B
clicks.
plus comedian at best.
Some people love him.
Well, I don't.
All right.
I don't.
That's your prerogative.
It is my prerogative, damn it. I want wrestlers to do wrestling. All right?
Yes.
Unless it's Jelly Roll. Because Jelly Roll took a pin, damn it. He lost.
I would watch a Jackass match again.
Well, Sami Zayn made that match.
He
that
absolutely
was
did.
Yeah.
And that got him such good attention that they put him in the bloodline.
I don't know if that's related.
That happened just before Sammy started trying to ingratiate himself with the budding bloodline, which was supposed to just be a one-off, but he was so good they put him in. And he got that opportunity by being so good in that whole Johnny Knoxville angle. Everything is a test in WWE.
That's right, RichTheRiz. All right, well, I've had a great time here talking to you about Survivor Series WarGames. Not so much about Andrew Schultz, who I brought up, but, it's a self-inflicted wound. I'm used to that kind of thing. Was
Better
there
than the
anything...
alternative.
Yes. Was there anything you wanted to address before we went on with our lives to get ready to complain about more wrestling or talk about how much we enjoy wrestling? Which
Just in case you haven't seen it, it relates to Jey Uso. Rumor that is probably more than a rumor since there is visual evidence, but Jey Uso dating Jada Parker.
Well, congratulations to Jey Uso, and I
Jay
don't
and
know what
Jada.
else to say about that. None of my business. I don't involve myself in these situations. Sources nowhere near the situation. But you want people to be happy, even if they don't make you happy. You know,
Right.
right? So you go ahead and get us the hell out of here. How
There you
about
go. Let us know down below what you thought of Survivor Series WarGames and the sole Survivor Series match that was on SmackDown last week. Let us know what you think about all the stuff we talked about. We touched on a lot of things. We started previewing Mania even. Let us know what you think, how you think that's going to shape up. As always, it's very important. Do us a solid. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Because we know 69% of you, I thought I hit the thing. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it.
Where is
It's
it?
broken. It's broken.
God damn it.
More than 69% of you are not subscribed. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Helps out a whole lot. And as always, just got a party message.
Well, I got breaking news. People always wonder, how does Green Shirt Guy always get front row at these events? Well, according to Nick Khan, who was on not Paul Heyman, the other Paul, Logan
Logan.
Paul, Impulsive, one of the sister companies of WWE and UFC is On Location. So he
Oh.
pays. So he pays for his own seats. He pays a premium for those seats through On Location, and that's why he gets to be front row.
Oh.
So,
Damn.
like, what? He's got to be doing something suspicious, man. We got to check. Listen. No, he's probably like a web millionaire or something. He's probably like a .com guy. Anyway, the match of life is scheduled for one fall and green shirts. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers.